My name's Elton. I'm the General Manager and one of the partners here at My Home Improvements. Solar power is free power from the sun. We set up a solar system on your home, and that solar system, its job is to convert free rays from the sun, turn it into electricity so that you can use that electricity instead of buying electricity from the grid. It saves you money in the long run, and it's got a fantastic return on investment. Solar panels are essentially the mechanism we use to convert that solar energy into electricity. So solar panels come in two main types. There's monocrystalline and polycrystalline panels. Monocrystalline, or mono meaning single, basically they derive each of those cells or build each of those cells from a single grade of silicon, from a single source. Poly or multicrystalline is where they take multiple grades of silicon, so some good, some lower grade silicon, and they combine it all together. Generally speaking, the polycrystalline panels tend to be cheaper and not quite as good performing as a monocrystalline panel. And that's really a solar panel. That's all it is. It sits up on your roof and converts that power every time the sun comes up into free electricity for you to use. There's kind of a fairly big variety in terms of pricing for solar. You really do get what you pay for when it comes to solar power. So you're not just paying for the components, you're also paying for the installers, and generally speaking, if they're sort of brand new to the game and have just started installing, they'll often install quite cheaply. And then the more experienced guys tend to charge a little bit more. But realistically, most people think about what's a 5 kilowatt solar system worth. A decent 5 kilowatt solar system, entry level decent one, you're looking anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 for a 5 kilowatt, and that can go right up to $8,000 or $9,000 for a really high end one. But most people should expect a good quality solar system, something that'll last them a lifetime. You're going to be looking somewhere around $6,000 or $7,000 for a really good one. That's where you should pay. Plus, obviously, you've got other things like meter box upgrades, and if that's required, and things like that I'm not taking into account. I'm just talking about the system itself. Batteries are an interesting one. Probably if you'd asked me this question about 2 years ago, I would have said, look, get a hybrid inverter, be ready for batteries, because batteries are coming down in price quite dramatically, and maybe within a year or two, you'll probably install some batteries. What's happened since then is the marketplace has changed a little bit. Battery prices have come down a little bit, but not as much as we had hoped. And at the same time, a lot of your energy providers now have suddenly become very competitive in the feed-in tariff area. So what that means is that excess power that you're sending back to the grid, they've really stepped up what they're paying customers for that electricity, which they then resell on. So it's made batteries something that's maybe not necessarily critical right now if you're in the major city areas. Definitely a good idea if you're in country areas and you get brownouts and you get issues with electricity and blackouts and stuff. Definitely consider it, but for most of your city areas at the moment, there's no urgency to get batteries.